Hello! Welcome to Question Marks, everyone.
Hey,
hello.
man. Yeah.
Today is the fun episode that I get to talk about a lot of things I went through, which is pretty gosh darn neat. Who are we here with today? I'm Brady Sumer, by the way. I should probably say that.
I'm Rob. Why are we talking about what you went through?
Stuff. Stuff. I got to hang out with a bunch of doctors for a little while.
Not us.
Awesome.
Not us.
Not us.
Yeah.
I'm Kahm Broham, and I wish I had a heart clock.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm Grayson. It feels like more trouble than it's worth. So I'm good on the heart clock.
So I recently went through an open heart surgery due to a congenital heart defect, and I got endocarditis. We're just talking about questions I had from the hospital bed. And small disclaimer, there's going to be a part in the episode where I talk about the benefits of fentanyl. They are strictly related to a hospital bed. Do not do fentanyl. All right. I love you. Bye. All right. Question number 1. As we hop into it, what is the most intensive surgery you have ever had?
None.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Easy one.
Oh, wow. Well,
Pretty lucky. Pretty lucky.
Yeah.
No
so far.
scars, nothing?
No, I've been putting off my wisdom tooth surgery, which I've probably needed for about 10 years.
Oh, I love
I've
that.
been putting that off. So,
Do you have a calendar on your watch?
yeah, it's my escape calendar.
That's about
It's actually the
10
weather
years.
app. Yeah. Look when things are awkward at it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I loved having my wisdom teeth pulled. But I had my molars and stuff pulled so my wisdom teeth could grow in.
Oh,
I was a big Jolly Rancher fan, so I ruined the teeth
Oh,
I had.
they're like, just take these ones
So
out.
like, hey, let's
Give
give
these
these
ones a
those
try.
ones. We'll give the new ones a shot, which aren't great teeth. They're soft teeth in general. So,
I never
but
did that.
having them pulled was fun. It's like, and I was all gassed up, and I was like, oh yeah, do that more. I'll have teeth pulled anytime. Any day
How
of the
old
week.
were you?
18, 19, 20,
Oh,
somewhere
okay.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
On laughing gas, they didn't even put you out?
This gave me a little
guess
bit of gas.
molars,
I didn't want
yeah.
a whole bunch of gas. I just wanted enough to like not feel it. And then they're like, "Oh, this is cool." And they just slid right out, pop, 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 pop. And I hugged the guy.
Oh,
I was like,
very
"Thank
nice.
you so much. This is amazing." And I just had gauze everywhere. And
Thank you, Sean.
"Thank you, doctor." And I walked out the door and I lit a cigarette, which you're not supposed to do. Don't do that.
Your mouth on fire.
I was like, "Give me them dry sockets." That was such an easy procedure.
That is magnificent.
I didn't get dry sockets. But
Wasn't that the first rap song you wrote? Give me them dry
give me them dry
sockets.
sockets. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no. Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is nothing like that feeling of,
I think I know.
yeah,
Very good.
Oh.
making a dry socket happen. It's fun.
Oh my God. Is that the most invasive surgery you had then?
No, I guess the other one. That was a
save.
fun surgery. The knee surgery I had a couple years ago was probably that's the only other surgery I've ever had. Where I had my meniscus surgery. So they just tightened that up and everything's good. But the only other thing I did was I had stitches in my knee when I was a kid.
Okay.
Running down a
Very
hill and
nice.
sliding on some rocks and stuff. So that's really all I've got for
I don't-
surgeries.
Did you get a new meniscus?
I don't think you do that.
That's what I'm wondering.
They just tie other parts
Yeah.
together and just
Like if
See,
you-
I always
if
like,
joint.
Tear it, they can either reconnect it, or there are like synthetic menisci as well they can put into, but like
It's like a
it's
little cushion.
not.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
great if you
I just
break
like
it.
the
Yeah.
I like the
deal
idea of
with it.
taking a trophy home from a surgery. Like if they had to replace
yeah.
something in you, like you get to keep the bone.
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, I've had that with like I guess like
Oh,
other.
I guess there's a backstory.
You're
here.
like, you are your grandmother's grandson. My mom was always like that. She goes, you got your teeth out, whatever. So,
oh no, not
Save
teeth.
the teeth.
Not
Put 'em in a
teeth.
jar.
Not
so
teeth.
you know,
no.
whenever, no,
That's
seriously,
gross.
she was like that. So then I've had several surgeries. I had 2 small bowel resections where they actually take I have Crohn's. And so they take your intestines and they cut it out. They cut out the bad part and they just sew it together, right? You have 30 feet, so you got some room to play with. Anyway, so one of my sisters, knowing what my mom used to always say, you should keep this stuff. One of my sisters, after my first surgery, she gave me some Polish sausage and told me it was my intestines that they had taken out. So,
That's pretty good.
yeah,
So I guess you didn't get to keep the intestines. Is that even an option?
no, apparently not. They burn it. They incinerate it. Apparently, goes into human or was it human tissue, whatever. However
they don't like letting bio waste go out into the
bio
wild.
That's what I was
That's
looking for.
fair.
Well, they
But,
were
like, if it's a
giving me my
hip-
cysts back. Like so, I had growths on my head and stuff, like cysts, little hard pockets or whatever, and they get those cut out. But then
They let you keep those?
They let me keep them in a jar full of water or saline or whatever it is.
Like
Yeah.
marbles.
Dermatologists are
They're
the
just
smart
like
ones
it's
for
like
this.
like a Spider-Man movie where you see something and it's just like it's
Yeah,
in a
okay, I
jar.
kinda get it.
Ah, all fucking weird looking. It's like that.
I
And
think
it's
I do
also a
understand.
1920s gangster, apparently. I was in your head. What's going on? It's crazy.
So what was your end game by keeping these things? What was the goal?
Mostly my thing was to buddy up with the nurses because they were so excited about pulling these things out of my head.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God. They're like just giddy about it. I'm like, I get it. That's what you're here for. And they're like talking to me and I'm joking with them and we're joking back and forth. Like, do you want to see it? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to see it. So they hold this jar up and like shake it around at me. I'm like, that's so cool. They're like, I know, that's so cool. I think that's why they changed it from a cosmetic surgery to a regular surgery because I was just cool about it. Because like otherwise you're gonna charge me thousands of dollars more for
Was this also when you were 18 or 19?
Somewhere, yeah. I think it was in my more 20s.
You were thrilled with surgery.
I love surgery.
Yeah.
Apparently, I like getting numbed up and take things out of my body. It's fun.
Surgery's
See,
kind
and
of
then you want
cool.
to keep them. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you get a hip replaced, I want to keep the hip.
Like
Just talk some crap to it or something.
That's fair. I get
Yeah,
that. There's it's like a little ball.
yeah,
that-
you wake up, you're like,
Mantle.
new
You're
man.
nothing to me anymore.
Yeah.
You're just yelling at it.
Oh, I didn't even
I
think.
won.
I've had both my knees replaced. I didn't even think to ask to keep either one of
Can I
them.
have my knee back?
Oh man,
You should have. That
I
would have been
should've,
awesome.
'cause
I would have
like-
liked to see it.
same.
Yeah, I've seen a knee surgery replacement. It's you would have.
It's intense.
It would have been a very graphic trophy. I think is the best way to look
Yeah,
at it.
because I asked the doctor who did it. He's a great guy. The first one, I said, "Hey, can you shoot video of this?" Because I did a story on it, right,
Yeah.
to say why I was going to be gone for
Oh,
a
yeah.
few weeks. And he goes, I'm not going to shoot video. He goes, I'll
Yeah.
take pictures. And I was like, why don't you shoot video? Because he goes, it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
And so then of course, I immediately
like-
go to YouTube. Well, it's like wham, wham, wham,
There's
wham.
some
I mean, there's
motion there.
pounding on it. It's like, okay, that's why my leg's so sore.
No, we just can't get a good camera angle to keep your genitals out of it. It's the only reason we can. We give it to you.
You know,
but
that just happens in general.
I have a DVD of them doing my knee surgery. Like they, the scope thing on it. So,
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, I have that. Yeah, yeah.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's when they were just like chiseling away the bone. And
Yeah. But that was towards the feet angle, so you didn't have to worry about getting
Gotcha.
genitals in there.
Shucks.
Yeah. Shucks.
Better operating room.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just don't think about camera angles when they set those up, do they?
How about you? What was your most intense?
Well, if I may.
Yes.
It turns out that my heart sucked. Didn't know that. Grew up with a congenital heart defect with my aortic valve. And then at a certain point in time, that got infected. I got staph bacterium. So the stuff that's in your mouth whenever you get or not staph, strep, sorry. Like when you get strep throat. That went to my heart valve. And then it said, guys, we're going to start shooting little embolism clots all over your body. So they're shooting little stroke balls all over, which, by the way, a stroke is a medical thing that kills part of your brain, not a jerk in your chicken. So I was
stroke balls is the name of my
I was so embarrassed
nice,
in front of the doctors. So embarrassed.
We're not politicians. All right.
But yeah, so I got my aortic valve replaced and my ascending aorta replaced recently, and turns out that whenever your valves work properly, you're not tired all the time, and that's why we're here doing this episode.
Did you notice a big difference once they gave you the new one?
Night and day difference.
Really?
It is crazy. Yeah. I mean, like right from the get go, after all the intensive drugs, surgery, all the
Mhm.
material of just waste and wear, I have so much more energy than what I did before. And it is like, I've got at least like another month of cardiac rehab left still.
Mhm.
But up until not but a couple weeks ago, I felt like I was normal. And now I'm finally reaching peaks of like, I am better than what I was before.
How does
It's-
Bree even put up with you? Because you had a lot of energy before, my friend.
Yeah.
That's like,
I just do a lot more chores. So, she loves it. It actually works out really nice for us.
Find a way to kill time.
Yeah, she's been leaving me lovely little notes. She's like, I really am appreciative that you did this chore. And I'm a man of affection, of like our words of affection towards me. So like that,
That's your love language.
that's exactly
go.
it. That's exactly it. And I'm also beers. I was gonna really, really try to make a love language out of it, and I just whiffed hard. So,
Beer is also my love language.
yeah, that's exactly it.
Feed me beer and compliments.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
There we go.
Nice.
See, that's why we come here to really
Yeah.
process things.
Now you can take that back home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say that out loud.
Yeah.
See how it goes. Yeah.
So
Like, I'm here for my beer and compliments, woman.
Maybe a different
Yeah.
tone.
That
Yeah.
might-
Maybe a different tone.
I don't think I can make that nicer, but I'm gonna try.
Yikes.
So, as the questions go along here, I think you'll just realize there is a theme to it. Number one, I was on a lot of drugs. Flamingos are pink because they eat a bunch of shrimp.
That's true.
If you change color because you ate too much of one type of food, what color would your skin be?
Oh my
I
god.
love that.
I'm afraid it'd
That's
be yellow just because my diet's terrible.
What, eats a lot of bananas?
Just no, like fried foods and stuff. I mean,
Oh,
maybe,
yeah.
maybe chicken's also yellow sometimes. I don't know.
I don't
Been
know
making
who's
chicken at
serving
home.
you yellow chicken.
Yeah,
but
don't stop it. Yeah. Run
then-
away or cook it.
It's the skin gets yellow. You season it, guys.
Like if you're doing like tandoori chicken, yeah, like you gotta have those Indian spices. But besides that, I don't
mine's
see.
just like some Montreal seasoning. No.
Mm.
Maybe I need better chicken.
Yeah, like
It's
abado.
mostly white, if that's good.
Yeah, so you just be the same person.
Have you-
just
Yeah.
jaundice.
Yeah, it'd be a little jaundice.
Do you get your chicken in a store or like out of the back of a van?
No, I just find one. Yeah, and kneecap it.
Find a chicken.
Nice. You're coming with me.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Elmer Fudd rope traps set up.
Just to get it.
I always wanted to use one of those.
Those would be fun. Yeah.
They don't work out very well. I don't know if you've seen the cartoons.
I know.
Like the
Well,
Acme
Elmer Fudd's
Corporation.
dumb.
Yes, he's just not doing it right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You guys
Well, he's
nail
way
it.
too smart.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
He's not
okay.
gonna get tricked into that.
Sure.
Oh, there's a stick holding a box up. Oh, we'll fall for that. I think he does that. I think it's like an actual verbiage he says. Oh no.
Doc. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine would be the same thing. Chicken. I eat a lot of chicken. I mean, the chicken is like the staple of my
Mhm.
because I can't process like red meat. So it's like
Oh yeah.
mostly that or sugar. I have a sweet tooth that just
Just
won't end.
be-
So whatever.
Really, really white.
You drink a lot of coffee.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, coffee as well.
That'd be a confusing and probably not cool
Really brown.
transformation to me.
I guess it would probably be bad to say I'd just be really, really white.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Make me whiter than I am.
I don't know if we can handle it.
I think I'd turn out orange.
Okay, wait, no, let's guess.
Oh, I like the
Why would I
game.
be orange?
Salmon?
I'm gonna go
That's a good guess.
Doritos Locos
Thank
Tacos.
That's part of it.
That is a good answer.
I was gonna say like anything
Cheetos.
from Taco Bell, like you mix it together, got the beef or the tortilla, the Doritos Locos, kind of getting orange. Then you throw some Fireball on top of that. That's my diet.
Yeah,
We-
absolutely. it.
So great.
I can't believe you haven't had more serious surgery.
I know, right? They're coming. They're coming. Those organs are failing as we speak.
Hey, I'll see you there, buddy. If you need a guy, I got you.
Nice.
You know, I thought
You?
about it as well. The reason I thought about it was not only was I really high on drugs, but I was also like living off of one type of Jello. And if I still kept eating that, I would be yellow as all get out because a lemon Jello really nice.
Lemon Jello.
That lemon
Hospital
Jell-O's bananas.
yellow.
Yeah, like the hospital food at the place I was has pretty darn. This is no plug, but anyways,
Because you haven't said their name.
Yeah,
Brian East.
Yeah.
And there it is.
They've got some pretty decent hospital food if you're looking to have your heart quit on you. So just a heads up.
That's where my sister had her kid, right? It was the same hospital. They did have some pretty good food, if I remember correctly.
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good food.
good food.
Not brought to you by
Said
Brian
no
East.
one ever. Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'd be yellow, but now I would absolutely be really, really white. I've ate so much rice currently. It's just really right on the plan. And then coffee as well. So I'd get into that really sketch zone. Next
Yeah.
question.
Well, wait. I'll just say, just on the food thing, I'll just throw in not a plug for where I had my knees done, but they had their own chef in this. The doctors own the hospital, and that's part of a disclaimer that you have to sign. Yeah, I know this. So you go there, and they have their own chef, and so they bring you a menu, and it's not just like you can have whatever we're having today. It's like
Mhm.
just I want whatever I want broiled salmon and whatever, and they would make it for you. Not only that, they would make it for. They have a buffet that they would set out for their workers. Amazing buffet that family members or whoever friends were coming to visit you, they could go through. And it was just like, are you kidding me? And the food was amazing.
Do you make more money than I thought you did? That's
No.
ridiculous.
Well,
No,
I think
stop
it's
asking.
a great thing in healthcare, just because like they focus so much on health, obviously,
Right.
because they're
Right.
a hospital, and then the food. Typically, the joke is food sucks
Yeah,
at a
right.
hospital. So, like the fact that they're trying to focus on that is a great thing.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it really surprised me. It's not the reason I went, but like the massage and all the stuff they gave
No,
me
the massage
afterwards,
was the
and the
reason.
wood
Yeah.
floors and the I'm sorry, I
Fire
went to-
timber.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, cool.
Risky business, like holding through
That's
the wood
what I
floors.
did.
Like this, is great. I love this hospital.
Oh, that is lovely. So I ate hamburger and Jello, and I barely ate hamburgers. So
It was my knee, not my heart. So you had a little
fair,
different.
fair.
They gave you
Um,
hamburger when you had a heart surgery?
Yeah, but like,
That's called
imagine
Job security.
Like, imagine if someone
Might
said,
as well
like,
test it now.
imagine someone said, "Have a healthy hamburger," and you're like, "No." And that's what I got served.
85% though.
But it was better
Fatten
than
that
it
baby
was
up.
better than everything else. So, so that first question was,
What color are you? Based on
suggested,
your food?
motivated by the amount of
Food.
help I was on currently at the time.
Oh.
But I do also want to say, so whenever I was in the hospital, they did give me a button that allowed me to do like
Yeah.
every 5 minutes click and give me a dose of like fentanyl, so I would not have nearly as much pain.
Mhm.
And the reason they do it is so they give you a certain amount of control over your pain. It's the idea. If I can press a button and say I can relieve everything that's coming towards me, I have
You did
control over
something
this.
to let them know that you're a trustworthy individual.
Yeah, I
they don't
sure
just Give
did.
you a fentanyl switch.
Right. Like, you that fentanyl button.
Well, they give you the
Gotta
5
do that
minute.
for
They give you
everybody.
the 5 minute period to say like you can't. We're low
But
dose.
he's sitting there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey.
They do, by the way, they do count. At
How
the
many
end,
times you push a button?
I was 28 out of 36. I did phenomenal.
I think it's a price thing, probably, right?
Yeah, there was 3 times I was told specifically to press the button, and it was all tubes coming out of me. I had chest tubes underneath here. I had a catheter come out, and the moment the lady walked in, I knew who she was, and I just pressed the button immediately. Immediately, I knew what was happening there.
See, I would take that as a challenge. It's like running. Like you want to go a little further each time you do it. Like
Yeah.
every fentanyl hop, you'd be like, okay, I've hit 5 minutes. I'm going to make it another 30 seconds.
That's exactly it.
Is that
Yeah.
kind of the point of it?
100% it is.
No, it's
No.
not the point. You should be just taking
No, because that's what I did. This was the same thing. It wasn't fentanyl, but they would give you a button for pain relief. And then I started like, I'm not going to do it. And then nurse would come in and yell at me. They're like, the reason you do this is so you stay on top of the pain. So it's not like this and this spiking, because it's harder to bring you back when you're like in the valleys of severe pain. It's like, it's harder to bring you
Oh.
back.
That's
So I'm
your
like,
heart
oh,
rate and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, it was just like, so I was getting yelled at by nurses. And I was like, okay.
no pain, no gain.
Yeah.
Just
So,
say that. I'm sure they like
We have
that.
to
Theoretically,
throw
yeah.
this away if you don't use it. So you use
That's
it.
probably more likely.
or
Yeah.
we're taking it home. No.
Wah, wah.
We got leftovers at doggy bags and taking their fentanyl home.
So
Buffet food, apparently.
the question
We're on the rice. Go on there. Yeah.
the question lands: if you had a button that you could press and get control of one thing over your life, like mine would be, I wish I could stop doom scrolling. I could stop looking at my phone. If there's a button I could press and be like, I don't want to do that anymore.
Like the off button?
Yeah, I mean,
A pause button. Yeah.
It has that button on the phone. Yeah.
question sucks. All right, more emotion.
I like it.
If I was angry at something and I couldn't get over it for a little while, if I could press, be like, oh, I have reason brought to me. What would be one thing that you wish you could press and just immediately be done with it?
I'd like a shot of caffeine or some stimulant like that.
Yeah,
Or I see myself just sitting around and I'm like, oh man, I should be doing something. But you just keep sitting around. Just
yeah,
like bang.
a
A
motivation.
jolt.
button.
Maybe an electric jolt. Just something that makes me stand up.
I love how you could have just said, I want something that gave me motivation to do something, and you said, shock me.
Yeah, you say
heck of a
same thing to me. Yeah.
Incredible. I'm
Yeah.
about it.
You don't know my childhood. So
You at least know it.
my parents didn't shock me. Sorry, Mom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's bald over there.
Real Pavlovian
She never
over.
shocked you?
Yeah, that was just on,
Yeah.
Friday morning.
The cattle prod in the garage.
Wow.
I would.
No
I would
offense
hit,
to that.
Hey,
We're good with that. Okay,
that's
cool.
fine. Okay.
Cool.
I would hit a button to just pause the brain. I'd say, okay, Like
That
when
seems-
you start getting wild thoughts, just like your brain just starts spinning out, thinking about this and then this and this and this and then this, and then it gets so many things layered on top of each other. I would hit the button and say, okay, just chill. And then there's probably drugs that do that.
Yeah,
But it's just
it's called alcohol.
There are.
Yeah.
That's the second problem.
But that would take too long. I mean, to take effect. I want to right now just pause for 5 minutes. Be like conversely and say, okay, reset, and now we're going to start attacking the problems one at a time instead of 10 at a time.
So you don't think it would just come flooding back? Like you think you could take it one at a time? After you
Well,
hit the button?
no, I think it would, but it's just, the whole idea is just like, I want to stop it for a second. Be like in the ocean. A wave hits you, and it's like, okay, I need the waves to stop for a second.
But there's already another one.
And then
coming
there's another one coming. It's going to come back, but it's like,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's a really tough one. Like, there's an experiment where they had dopamine blasters. That's a bad word to put on it, but like
I like it.
put onto a
I think
rat's
it's great.
brain that would basically say whenever they performed a task or like press a button, they would get some dopamine. And I feel like with you and yours, I would 100% be in the same boat. Like, I don't want to deal with something. I'm just going to keep pressing it. You're like, I can get really, really in and easily accommodated with this, and then just keep
So
pressing.
that makes
the
you
button.
seem like you're putting something off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't want to
100%.
I just want to stop things, just sort things out, just kind of like pause and just think, okay, catch a breath and then go.
Yeah.
It's not,
Just enough.
I don't want them to go away. It's just I deal with them eventually. It's just they're all laying on top of each other.
Yeah.
So,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I like it.
Chaos of all the thoughts
Yes.
swirling around.
yes.
Mhm.
And I imagine that I'm not alone in this problem. I would
this room, I don't think you're alone.
there's
Yeah.
6 people in the room, and I think all 6 probably.
Well, one doesn't.
Who's that?
It'd be
Just a
my-
guess.
It'd be my overly well-adjusted wife.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
One who's like really happy and healthy all the time.
Borderline annoying. Yes.
I would do like a sleep thing, and again, there's medicine for that. Push a button, go to sleep. But I would definitely just do that because I have a problem with wanting to stay awake or wanting to be a part of whatever's happening. It's all the time. And if I could just be like, oh, you know what? I think it's time I should go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to accomplish that. Let's do it.
Yeah.
There you
Push, and I'm passing out.
Oh,
you know?
That would be
And
really nice.
I don't wake up groggy. I don't wake up all funky or whatever. It's just like, oh, cool. I got a good 8 hours.
Yeah.
Nice. Good for me.
Have
Thank
you ever tried like
but-
Ambien
button.
or Zolpidem, anything like
When I
that?
was a kid, I did like some Tylenol PM because I was a very anxious
Yeah.
kid or uppity kid.
Sure.
I didn't like to go to sleep. I'm a night owl. I'll stay up all
Same.
fucking night.
I wonder if that affects you later. Because like I would do the
Turns
same
out,
with
yeah.
Benadryl sometimes, and that's just not good for you.
But see, the Benadryl stuff like that, you come out of it groggy.
Oh
You
yeah.
come- like,
Yeah.
you-
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But see, I have the thing for Ambien. You take Ambien, you're like, it's like the lights turn off, and then you wake up hours later, and sometimes you do some weird stuff in the middle of
Right.
the
That,
Yeah.
you know.
thing.
Roseanne knows about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah. So,
yeah.
and so it's a real thing. But you do sleep, and when you wake up like, wow, I slept.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm the same way. The night owl thing, obviously, with the
Yep.
job. But I will go this week. I've gone 2 nights without sleeping at all. So it'd be like, be 48 hours and then find some sleep. And so you finally I got to take something to sleep. And then you wake up refreshed. And you're like, holy cow, it's been 4 hours, but I feel like I
I
slept
could
for a
use
week.
that. I was
Yeah.
sick
Yeah.
as a dog last Monday and Tuesday,
Mhm.
and a little bit on Wednesday, and I was just like, I couldn't function Monday, Tuesday. Like I wanted to do work.
Mhm.
Anyway, I was like, I gotta do work. I got the
Right.
whole thing going on. And they're like, no, don't. I'm like, okay, I will try. And I slept on the couch for a minute and I'd wake up, like my hoodie would be sweat, just
Ooh.
drenched. So I'd go back to my bedroom and I'd go to sleep again for a little bit, just more sweat everywhere. It's like I'm sweating it out, doing the thing I need to do, but like I just cannot sleep for a consistent amount of time.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 45 here, an hour there. And I just have to keep moving places. I was just like, no, can I just die for 8 hours? And, like,
Yeah, come
get a
back.
good rest to like sweat all this out, do the whole thing, and like
Yep.
maybe I'll wake up and feel at least a little bit better. But
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. It was just like, oh, I gotta wake up again and do this thing or whatever. Maybe it's just my body needing something or what. I don't know what the hell it was, but I would love to just go, nope, sleep, and then
Yep.
we wake up 8 hours later and we're good to go.
I couldn't agree with my
Yeah.
sleep button. I really like the idea of the sleep button.
Yeah.
Same old, same old.
Or even like a some sort of hyperbaric chamber or something. Just hop in there like, cool, all right, wake me up when I'm done.
Yeah, that'd
Good
be
to go. Yeah.
killer.
I'm getting some very cool voodoo-esque ideas from these
Oh, good.
questions.
Oh.
Like, what if I just got Cam's button once?
Oh,
I was like,
my butt.
man.
Oh, you're talking about voodoo doll, not the fun.
Yeah,
Like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at work, he's like, I got his button. He pushes it. And I just like sleep.
I think that'd be
pass out.
really fun. Or you could electrically shock me at my desk whenever you want.
He's like leaning over a chair, just like dead.
That
Like,
Rob's on news and immediately just stares.
Pauses.
I'd do it. That'd be great.
You absolutely would.
That would be funny.
Maybe just once.
Yeah. So my button was
Yeah, you're right.
fentanyl through pain. It was pretty cool. It makes sense. I understand that's why it's a problem in America.
You don't have a secondary.
Yeah, you don't have a second one now.
You're
I
just
need to
you're
think
doubling
about
down on
these.
fentanyl.
It's a
Like,
real
love that
problem.
A lot of people do. Yeah.
My good golly goodness. It makes perfect sense. That stuff is lights out good and a really good way to start you on a new path of knowing that after using this, am going to have to be on my own with the pain. So why keep putting myself on it so I can, like, it's a really good, like, weaner off on your.
Did you say wiener off?
He did. He did. He did say that.
Oh,
Wow. How
darn
about you
it.
wiener off yourself?
It's a really good wiener off.
Are you promoting
pain.
fentanyl right now? I'm trying to.
No, I'm doing my best to not.
I think
You're
you're
like, fentanyl's really good.
if you're in a situation,
Not brought
for
to you
it-
by fentanyl.
No, yeah, that's how
Oh,
about
writing that down?
No.
Okay.
No.
how about a button that allows you to stop being mad? I like that one. There's certain things I'm so rationally mad about. Video games in particular. There's certain things where I just
That's
get
completely rational.
Yeah, fair. I
Yeah.
agree. Like,
Losing
like-
to a 13-year-old in anything is super.
or like
enraging.
a CPU. I get mad at CPU things. Like
yeah,
that's the
that's
bad
fair.
one. If I could, or like if I could stop caring about my sports team for just like a like a little bit, because my
It's
team's getting-
Spurs.
hey, we won, but like recently not so good. Like if I could just like click it and not think about things that make me irrationally mad, I would click it all the time.
Could you have a button that affects other people? Like, so if you could hit a button that says, "I'm just going to get rid of all the political nonsense."
This is where we turn
I
evil.
would
This is where we
really-
turn evil.
yeah.
I would.
Sorry, I just wanted to
Well, it
address
could
the
be, yeah.
audience real quick.
This will shut up all the haters about the Patrick Mahomes ref talk.
Oh
But-
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, that's all over the
I'll
place.
take that.
Well, maybe the refs shouldn't
yes.
favor him so much.
Maybe the
you know?
refs should just be
Snap.
refs.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, thank you. See,
Yeah.
look at that.
It's-
I didn't come to an
Didn't
agreement.
do it.
We didn't
Refs
even need
did
a
it.
button.
like I understand completely that it's probably like it's my issue because I'm the one that gets mad about it. So
Right.
it'd be a lot easier if I press the button. And I can only imagine the things in the world that have to click to be like, stop putting Shadur Sanders on every single commercial. Stop putting Deion Sanders on every commercial. Why
every
did Trout
really
Hunter
ill.
win the Heisman? Because he was the lowest qualified. Like that's
It's a
exactly
lot of Colorado hate, and I'm here. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
so much. But that's exactly it. Like they know what they're doing. They're in their own thing, and if I could just like myself be like, oh, okay, cool, they're doing that thing right now because it doesn't affect me in any shape or form whatsoever.
What if they
So
just did the thing you wanted them to do?
an I don't care button would be really nice. I think that's exactly how I should
Ooh,
probably
I don't
phrase
care
it.
button.
I think my
I
wife
don't
has
care
one of those. The "I don't care" button. You're just like, it's not going to bother me. So yes, she's
Yeah.
agreeing.
Was it a hearing aid?
Oh, wow.
Just turn her on down.
I don't think she heard me.
She's in a whole other world over there. They're having a
kind of
conversation.
whispered it.
I like how we didn't have a button for like world peace or ending world hunger.
Right, no,
I
tried to get there.
personal. Very personal.
Oh,
I tried
he
with the
slowed his answer.
politics.
To be fair, world hunger.
Yeah.
Heard it.
Oh, the best.
Wow, that would have been a really
Raise
good
meat
button.
from the skies.
What?
I do have.
I don't know how else you're supposed to do it.
Let's see here. All right. So are we good to move on to question
yes.
number,
we're-
whatever the number
Yeah,
was?
next
Please.
question.
Oh, a button. Let's get you.
Yes.
Get me out of here.
Button.
Next
I'd
question.
been slammed. My button be broken.
It's good rap.
All right. So
Oh.
this question is motivated by the fact that I now have to take warfarin for the rest of my life.
Hmm.
So
How's your warfaring?
yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
Jury's out on that one. I don't know.
But anyway, so the reason like I have to take warfarin is because since I have a new mechanical valve, I have to make sure that I don't make blood clots more than I did normally.
Wait,
so
is
I
it
don't.
robotic?
Yeah,
Like it's got actual
Yeah,
metal
yeah,
pieces
it's-
to it.
it's not metal; it's plastic.
Plastic.
Yeah, I think it or like hydrocarbon. It's a hydrocarbon
Gotcha.
type of.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm basically a race car. No big deal.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
deal. Whatever.
And so since I have to take warfarin, so blood doesn't clot on it because it's not like a human organ.
Mhm.
it makes me so I don't stroke and I can keep living every day. So my
You like
question
that?
for the table is, what's one thing that you could do that you're not doing now every day that would make you a better person?
Physically, I'm guessing.
No, it doesn't
In
have
line
to be
with the question?
physically. It can be literally anything. You could be like, I should
Every
meditate
day.
for a minute. Like mine is, I need to at least, like I need to write down my thoughts at the end of the day every day. Because if I don't, then I'm not doing it now, and I have so like, if I denied on my button, so I'm so flooded with thoughts at the end of the night, I don't sleep very well. I don't have Cam's button, and I can't tie yours into it. But anyways, like if I could just write down my thoughts at the end of it, it'd just be really nice if I did that every single day.
I would help more people every day. I would try to do something more to help somebody and this was just shout out to Elliot because it would make me feel better about myself.
Yeah.
Elliot was, there we go. All right.
Same
Season 2, episode 2.
Yeah, throwing it back there. But seriously, I mean, I think then it would helps everybody, right? So that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a great one.
I don't know what it would be. You know what? Maybe it would be don't yell at the person next to me in the car. So that's something nicer.
I think Mom would appreciate it.
She would.
But she has that I don't care button, so we're good.
Yeah.
Tune
you out.
Yeah. Cam, you got one?
Yeah, I'd say I'd probably like, I should probably, like, I'm at that point in my life, I'm about 40, so I should probably eat like multivitamins and shit.
That's a good one.
One a day, man.
Just the multivitamins.
Just that only.
Yeah, don't eat the A and shit.
And I'll
part.
eat the blue ones only, so I become blue.
That's a good call.
Yeah. So now my skin will turn blue.
So you're eating the blue pill now? Is that what you're saying?
I'm eating the blue Flintstone vitamins.
I was just about to say the gummies.
just the little blue flared Flintstones.
I thought it was the other blue pill you were going to start going to.
No. Well, that's coming down the pipe sure too. Yeah. Give it 10 years.
Yeah, what an assumption, Dad.
He said it.
All right.
I did say it.
Okay,
I
fair
should have
enough.
went with like a pink one, but who knows?
That doesn't taste as good.
Well, write your own jokes at home, kids.
Oh God. Please don't listen to a severe kid. Tune out right now. Shouldn't be here. Mine's so selfish. I'd want to write like a page of a story.
Yeah.
Mostly because I think I could do it, and I want to be humbled.
Mhm.
And if I'm not humbled, then that'd be cool. You know, like if I'm actually good at it, then
Yeah.
that's a secondary cool thing.
Surprise!
I think like it's one thing that I'm like, man, if I just put a little bit to this every day, I could be good at this. And I don't think that's realistic, but like if it ended up I was actually good at it, then it's a win-win, I guess.
I'm as amazing as I thought I was.
And
Yeah.
plus some discipline would be cool. I don't know. Some others positives. Just all look it up.
Yeah.
And there's no realistic reason I couldn't just start doing this.
I
But
couldn't
yeah.
agree more. Like, what's the old saying? Like, a novel. I mean, he says novel, but like an autobiography is a philosophy via pictures. So I think it's a lovely thing to put out.
I don't want to put my own story out there.
Oh, another
So
a novel is a
boring.
story
There
via
you go.
picture. It's a philosophy via pictures. It's a beautiful thing to do.
Yeah, just start writing a story. If it flows together, then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I am good at this, and I could up it to 2 pages a day. But
Yeah.
if not, then
Oh.
I'll be like, I can keep. I know that's ambitious.
Single
I don't have
space?
ambitious. No, let's not get crazy. Don't get crazy.
Handle your right to half.
The periods are in double font.
Oh, so you're typing it.
Well, yeah, it's hard. I don't want to write it then type it.
Okay.
How is it going to get out there? How are the people going to know my novel through pictures philosophy?
That's true. I just break into his house and sense
Chicken
the world.
scratch it out. Okay.
Yeah.
The chickens again.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, we've
It's a chicken
really
episode.
done a really good job of getting back to where we need to be on these. Speaking about getting back to where we need to be.
Oh,
Did you answer this one? Did you answer that?
No.
What was the
No.
question?
He did it, Cam.
That's great.
If there was something you could do to better yourself,
Every day.
Daily.
Oh yeah,
you
it was-
did it-
this is the Warfaren question, and mine was writing. It was the
Oh yeah, you get your
Yeah.
thoughts down at the end of the night.
Yep.
oh, I thought you were just using that as an example.
I mean,
That's
it
your
was
real-
an
okay.
example, but it was my real life example.
Gotcha.
Also,
Okay.
stretch. I think stretch should just be a thing for everybody.
Stretching is a really
Love
good
to
one.
stretch it at different times of day.
That's an amazing one. Yeah, absolutely. I am so inflexible. That'd be such a good idea to do that.
I will tell you this: that Jim Pillen is Nebraska's governor, right?
That's true.
When he was running for governor, this was before he was running. I did an interview with him, and he's in pretty good shape. He played for the Huskers in the 70s. And I was sitting there before the interview. They were putting the mics on and us and everything. And I said, we're just making small talk. And I said Regent Pillen, because he was regent. And I said, you look like you're in pretty good shape. What do you do to stay in shape? Thinking he would say running, lifting weights, whatever. He said, I stretch.
Really?
Every day I stretch. And so I was just like, are you kidding me? So now I put it on my own calendar.
Oh,
Stretch.
All caps,
Exclamation points.
Yeah.
It's and that the whole thing
And
is
what do
just
you
to
do?
get more
Do you
flexible.
like do arm things and a back thing? And
I
touch your
disregard it
toes?
because then I look at it the next day. So, God, I got
I was about
stretch more.
to crowdsource the answer. I'm glad you just came out.
No, I gotta stretch more.
I
don't
had something
do it.
similar on my phone. I was like, hey, put some money in your other account. Do that. I never like, oh, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I should do that. Yeah,
I should do that. That'd be a great thing for me to do.
How many people have that on
That's
money
fun.
away?
So you look at the reminder and you're like, oh,
Nah, good.
clear.
Maybe next week. I'm kind of up against it this time.
I know I'm not the only one on this one.
I mean, you get a big stretch in when you wake up. Yeah.
I do. I just get out
Oh,
of
yeah,
bed.
pop the elbows, and we're off to go.
Yeah, there you
Just moving and stretching.
So
We're not making these segues very easy
this
for you. I'm
is
sorry.
phenomenal, and I'm just hard transitioning. I think it's way easier for everyone.
We just hit a button and just like button between all the.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and I learned this from radio, sometimes the best transition is no transition at all.
Excellent.
Just
All right.
like a moment of silence and next thought. Better than an or a derf and a something or whatever. So.
I'm endorphin something.
Or Hope just laughing
Or,
at you to fill silence. You remember that?
Or
Yeah, it wasn't even real.
Wiener off it, whatever the fuck it was earlier.
He just
Whoa.
didn't-
Oh, yeah. All right. You said that.
Take the wiener off it.
Nope. Said
No.
it again. Please, kids, leave this episode.
Moment of silence. Transition. I'm in there. I'm right in there. So as I have received a new aortic valve, every single day.
There really is no good transition for that, dude.
No.
Yeah.
Speaking of aortic transplant,
It's really a tough, man, my heartbeat's really good right now. Like, oh, well, here's the transition.
I just thought you were happy to see me.
Yeah. So my new valve, I can hear it ticking every single time it goes.
No way.
Oh,
Yes.
creepy.
Really?
Like
Yes.
in your head
So like I can hear it in my left ear
right now.
and- Right now, yeah, absolutely.
Could we hear it in your left ear right
if
now?
you put your ear to my ear, no, but if you put your ear to my chest, then absolutely you could. Yes, it sounds like a pocket
Is
watch.
that an invite? Or
That was kind of sound like it was a challenge.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. It does. Like after we have,
I'll get a good microphone. We'll put it on your chest
Yeah.
and hear the ticks.
my wife
you-
says she can hear it. So
Replicate the sound for us. Can you do it?
it's a pocket watch. That's all I can do.
Let's hear it.
I
What does a pocket watch sound like?
Yeah.
like I can. Okay, I'm gonna pretend I gave you my best pocket watch.
You didn't.
It's like a 9:45.
in your ear every.
Yeah.
Vestibular pocket.
Okay, here's my.
Okay. I hate mouth sounds, but
Yeah, that's exactly it. And by the way, I'm sure that's faster than it needs to be too. So someone that has a medical, you're like,
Oh,
your heart rate's too fast. Slow down.
that would come in very handy for like someone like me who
Uh-huh.
needs to record a 30-second spot. And like having that, I already have that kind of internal timer now. I
Yeah.
know how long 30 seconds and 60 seconds is generally. I can
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much
Same.
stamp it out without counting. But that would be very beneficial.
can you regulate your heart rate
in your
that well,
ear.
though?
No.
Just having the click in your
Nope.
ear, so I know
You're
30
not doing
ticks.
that.
That would be awesome.
If you could regulate your heartbeat, I
Yeah.
couldn't agree more.
I think the
because
second
Yeah.
I start listening to it, it's going to start speeding up.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
it's not gonna
Yeah.
be. It's
It's
like
like-
seconds, but you could also
Yeah.
it's a timer. It's
I
an
mean,
internal.
I don't know.
Called,
It's
it's
like-
called a metronome.
Yeah, but that's only if you can keep it. Like my girlfriend has a watch that tracks her heartbeat, and she says she's worried about her heartbeat being too fast. And I'm like, it's because you keep checking your watch, worried about your heartbeat.
Or it's because she sees you.
Oh, it's always when
very
we're apart.
I'm trying.
They're
might
never
be
in
in
the
the
same room.
So here's the question, baby. The question is,
Oh yeah, how about that aortic?
if you had an organ that could send you a sensor or a message to tell you that you need to either slow down or change, what organ would you pick? Because mine currently says if I'm exercising too hard, I need to slow down, or if I'm too stressed about something, I need to sit back and relax, which is the
ticking?
amount of ticking I have. But if you're like, I don't want to give you guys any freebies because there's some really good ones out there.
There's only a limited number of organs we could choose from.
Yeah,
There are.
that I want to hear from.
That I want to hear about. Yeah.
nosy neighbors. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I can pick a second organ, the liver organ would be very nice. It says, "Stop eating shitty food and stop drinking that much beer."
That's
but see,
a
that-
lot of
I think
food.
that
I
kicks
do
in
have
at some
doctors
point.
that also do the same thing. So like you win, you lose.
But the problem is, that's like after the fact. Liver will tell you.
Yeah.
I would want an organ that tells me right now. Like my
Yeah.
eyes. It's like if I'm being dumb or if I've crossed a line, like all of a sudden there'll be like a haze goes over my eyes and be like, oh, okay, I shouldn't do that. It's like
Haze goes over his
it's
eyes.
like
That's
flapping.
like-
Exactly. Yeah, danger.
I have more questions about your childhood now. Are the eyes an organ?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
And the skin's also an organ?
Yep. Skin's
The largest
organ.
It's large on.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I know what's an organ and what's not an
What he
organ.
said.
before I-
If it's not a bone or a muscle, it's an organ.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Mhm.
So the brain,
Is
That's
an
a
organ.
muscle.
That's a
It's an
very-
organ.
Very important.
the heart.
Is
I
a
feel we're going
muscle
down a
It's a
side
muscle.
road here.
and an organ.
We're doing
Got 'em
third
both.
grade science real quick. So catch me up.
A heart is an organ, but also a muscle. So you got them
That's
both.
not fair.
Oh,
All
that's a
right.
double-
That's
the
not
heart.
fair.
The heart is, by the way, the heart's the only cheater, unless you say smooth bowel and intestine. But like,
Cheater?
I am a
Smooth
Crohn.
bowel or intestine.
Yeah, why would you say that?
That sounds
Say a cheater?
So are you saying like a Valentine's card, you can give them a heart or a smooth bowel?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. I suppose. I mean, it depends
That's
on
coming
what
up,
side of the
fellas.
relationship you're on.
February 14th,
Yeah.
man.
We should copyright that.
Get your smooth bowels and flowers.
It's
It's first radio name by our team.
a team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess you were bowel.
Smooth bowel.
Welcome to the wacky antics of the morning show. Smooth bowel and flowers in the morning.
It was smooth bowel.
Oh, man, crazy.
Bowel movements.
I'm getting further
All right.
away.
So
Okay, yeah.
seventh
Yeah,
grade.
we're-
It's happened. Yeah.
We're doing a very good
We're
I
job.
would
moving up.
choose the brain. If
Excellent.
That's, if we're gonna keep on-
Absolutely, it is.
Have we
Oh.
decided that's an organ?
Yep,
I
sure
think it's
is.
an organ, right?
Okay.
Yeah, the brain definitely needs to have some sort of fucking shut off up here because it doesn't.
See,
Yeah.
I feel
That's
like
my
most
button.
of these organs tell you when something's wrong
Well,
already.
yeah, but
Yeah, but-
before it goes wrong, I need that. I need that situation.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of them do,
Yeah.
but they also are like, yeah, it's wrong. You're dead. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oops. Like there's certain like
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if there's a different lifestyle habit you could have that would help. Like if your stomach was like, hey, you're now overeating from what you normally did. Would be a really good way to say like I have these personal goals and idealistics and aspirations, and if I eat too much now, my stomach lets me know by farting once that I can't keep going on, or your lungs also saying like
I
my-
can't breathe. Help. Yeah.
They do that. Yeah, they do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Or like, hey, there's a lot of smoke in the air today. You should wear a mask or something. I don't really know.
I appreciate you trying though.
Yeah, I did do my best there.
I'm sticking with the eyes.
That's still a really good one. That's a good sensor.
Could I like plan out my bowel movements in advance?
That's
Huh.
That
Like if
seems
my
like a you
intestines,
thing.
my
Yeah.
intestines were like, hey, just a heads up, about
He's supposed to
30
smooth
minutes.
out his bowel movements.
absolutely.
Nice.
You're out here giving me grief, and you give me something like that. That's amazing. I would be ecstatic if I had. Hey,
could plan
you're
it
gonna.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could plan it. Maybe
Okay.
you could regulate it more.
you know where you're sitting in the table if you're locked in on the edges. So like, if Rob needed to go use the restroom, I wouldn't have to move out of the way. So you could position yourself better.
Yeah.
Like, I got 30 minutes. Fucking phenomenal. That is incredible.
That's tough though. Like you're 2 minutes out and someone goes up to the restroom. It's like a one stall
Oh,
restroom.
yeah.
You're like,
oh yeah.
because I mean, I assume it's an all or nothing thing if you know exactly what it's
Do you
happening.
begin negotiations? Do you ask the person who's going, hey, how long are you going to be?
My time.
I think so.
Okay.
I think you're even more abrupt about it. You're like, you know what? I have to go in 2 minutes. I
I
know.
agree.
Don't tell me how I know this. I know
this.
I'm
Yeah.
going in 2 minutes.
I just got the fucking guy that always tells me to move because he knows he's gonna pee is showing up. Just let him
There it
sit
is.
wherever he wants.
You know,
to.
if
I
that's
can
the
make
straw,
the
then
scene.
fair enough. I'm glad I made it to that point.
I really do like that. That's such a good idea.
Make road trips easier.
I've been stuck in
Oh,
too
yeah.
many booths and too many cars where I'm like, I don't want to be the first one to say I need to use a restroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love that.
Everything's easier. Plane rides, you can be like, you can start nudging the person next to you awake.
Yeah,
Like, hey, you have 5 minutes.
you've got
I'm
fun.
gonna walk.
It's
back.
your-
I
This
would
is first call. First call.
I would always get an aisle seat if I was that guy.
Well, with airfare these days,
It's
Ridiculous.
crazy.
the economy and stuff.
Actually, I just like
Economy.
aisle seats because my legs are long.
Me too.
So the lights would dip. Okay, the show's going to start in 10 minutes.
Shoot.
Bing, bing, bing.
That's right.
that would be the sound.
They come
All
in
right.
with a xylophone.
Yeah, I like it. Xylophone sound in my intestines. Final answer.
You could hear
Right answer.
You could hear in your right ear or your left ear.
Yeah. Ooh, what if
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all? What if my intestine is a xylophone? So it makes like slowly descending sounds.
That'd be awesome.
That's a fun cartoon.
That is, no, because then you'd sit there and you try to make songs out of it. You're like, wait, send it back up for the other note.
Oh,
You played Heart and
that's a
Soul.
lot of workout. Yeah. So I win that question.
Absolutely.
Next question.
We still got Cam's
Next
answer.
question. No, I said the thing about the brain.
How
Yeah,
about
yeah, the brain
that?
says-
How about that aortic?
He did. Hey, how are we doing? How are we doing time wise?
Oh, it just doesn't even matter. Yeah, keep going.
You want one more? I think
How many do you have?
One more than that.
I've got one more, but I've got the ending question.
All right,
as
one
well.
more real question.
Alrighty.
We can do a side B. This time.
We're really gonna fill this one out.
We don't have to answer the last
So this
question.
is a 27-minute question right here.
Oh, we
Okay,
can.
here we go.
We can do a side B.
Now we can do side B. I'll
Yeah.
just end it.
Oh, we can just talk about
No,
whether
do your
you're gonna
question,
ask the
then I'll
question.
ask
We can
question.
talk about
Yeah.
it.
No,
You
the
can
last,
ask it.
the last question.
We'll talk about you
The last-
asking the question
Yes.
for 27
There you go.
minutes.
That's
Wait,
right.
we need 27 minutes to finish this thing out?
No, I think.
Stretch. We gotta go time.
Wait, sorry, as in like I am going too slow for everyone. Sorry, too quick because we're not at
Look,
time.
Brady, I'm just saying I
Yes.
have 33 minutes, and I
It's all
can't
the
tell you
rhythm of
how I
his
know that.
Magnificent.
For some reason,
by that ticking of clock.
I hear a xylophone.
All right. So this was a book that I was reading in the hospital bed and transitioned to still reading. It's a book called First You Have to Row a Little Boat. It's lessons on life entwined with sailing. So the question is, whenever you're looking at how you view your goals, or I guess objective ideas on what you want to accomplish, is it better that you pick a goal and you stick with it and say, that's what I want to do? Or is it better that you say, I want to form myself to be a person that could do that goal?
Second one.
Oh.
Because I've done the first one where it's like, you know what, that's what I'm going to do. And then that thing is either from fault or my own is just like gone.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, what's next? Like, I can't, like, that was my goal. Like, what happens? But if you take the second one, you just be like, okay, I know how to do that now if anything else comes up. And you could learn that from the first one, but you won't be as devastated if it's just taken away from you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes your goals aren't, all on your own plate all the time, I'd argue.
And I guess follow up, how do you deal with things that are out of your control?
Poorly. Personally, no, you take the mindset you're kind of talking about. You adapt. You're like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
Or I didn't do this, but I know why I didn't do it. You kind of take that more present approach to what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think that's something I had to learn a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, I had goals stripped from me, and it's like, well, that sucks. That's what I was building towards and all that stuff. But then, you take that lesson eventually after some crying and stuff. And then, you apply it to future stuff. I think that's been helpful once I made that transition, I guess. I'm still bad at it, but I'm still trying it.
Absolutely.
Not to get profound.
Yeah,
I don't think I
thought
can.
that was the whole thing of the show.
Yeah, that was.
Maybe in season 1.
Yeah, the beginning of the show. Yeah. We didn't know the goal was to be funny fuckers on a table.
Yeah.
We were just having real profound conversations and it just really devolved.
There's a goal that rips away from me.
There's a goal that rips away from me right away. Yeah. 6 seasons later.
I'm sticking with it. Second answer.
I would agree with that. Just you can't accomplish the goals without knowing how to accomplish the goals.
Yeah.
Like you could try your ass off, but you'll probably fail over and over again if you just want to accomplish a goal, but you don't know how to get. I mean, I would assume you would learn and adapt and try to figure it out, but the trial and error it's a lot when you just like, oh, I know how to accomplish said goal. Now I'm on the right path to do so without the trial and error of trying to do it the wrong way so many times.
Yeah.
I think it's tricky though, because you definitely want to have a goal.
Right.
Absolutely.
So
is that like the paradox of it all? It's like
kind of.
you want to know how to accomplish the goal, but you can't accomplish the goal until you know how to accomplish the goal.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's
He said the
Pizza's
same-
round, man, but the box is square.
He said the
right?
same sentence twice, but one was slower.
Agreed. And
that was my goal.
And whenever you get to the point that
Blow
you
your
guys good.
fucking minds, man.
like it does feel like it puts you a little bit like if there's a certain amount of like goal aspiration, I feel as if I'm at least achieved what I think I could. If I think I'm like, if I see the person that is in that position, I feel like I have been and got their accolades and done what they've done. Like I feel like I have at least reached the milestone, even if the job is out of hand or if the goal is out of hand because of things out of my circumstance. I think it really helps you deal with things that are out of your things that are out of your hands, because you know what it takes to take the job, and that means if I didn't get it or if I didn't reach my goal, there was something outside factor, and I can just live with that. I'm better for what I learned.
Yeah. Plus, I think if you you're being someone who can achieve the goal, if that's your mission, and you do it like multiple times, at some point you have the expertise to actually put it back in your hands, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or I guess maybe it depends on the goal, but like in a business sense, if you're like, I want to start a business, but I'm broke and I have no money and I don't have these skills. So you build the skills up and you're like, well, I still can't start a business. I'll build more skills. And then at some point you'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
Because you've just kept approaching it that way. I don't
Helps
know.
you deal with failure a little
I
more.
don't know, but you're still kind of goal focused in that sense.
In a sense, absolutely.
So I think, they're kind of intertwined, like Kahm was saying. Like,
Yeah.
if you're trying to build, I'm more.
He made fun of me for what I said. He's like, no, but actually, that's probably pretty close to being true.
But he said it slower.
He said it even slower than I said it. Yeah. Must be more correct.
All right, Dad said the same thing, just a little slower.
I think it's number one.
Oh,
the goal.
Wow.
I think you should always have goals, and I think by having the goals, you form the second one. It's kind of what you guys were dancing around, but I think you have to have the goals to create the person who wants to have the goals. I mean, I don't think you can say, I just want to be a better person, and then I'll go out, seek some goal. I'll go and find some goals. I think you have to say, I want this, and then eventually you become that. And yeah, it may get ripped away from you, but then there's another goal right behind it or next to it or that's similar to it. You're like, I've built this. And you guys are all saying the same thing, and I'm agreeing, but I think you have to have the carrot first.
Yeah.
So it's
to
better,
lead you.
It's almost better. I'm going to approach this a little differently.
Okay.
Is it better to be focused on the end or the process?
Is
Like
a really good way
when
to
you're
put it,
motivating yourself to do it? Is it better?
I think you have to have an idea of the end, and then the process happens. I don't think
In
you
your
can
pursuit
say,
of
I'm
the
going
end.
to
Yeah.
build a house if I don't know what the house is going to look like. I'm just going to say,
slow that down so much that it makes sense.
But put it in this
Change my mind, I think.
perspective. It's
Yeah, like-
the process.
you can't get to the end without the process. But if the
Ah.
process is endless, then you're just stuck in process.
You can't have a goal without knowing what the goal is.
that's silly.
The good thing about the process is good things fall on your lap. But if you've got no end goal, then
You got no
you're
laugh,
just
then
lost.
what are you going to do?
But you could also say it's like a race car driver, right? I mean, you could have the nicest race car, but if you don't know how to drive it, then what's the purpose of having it? The race car being the goal, the driver being the person who has actually learned the process.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If you're a wall enthusiast, you're gonna love not knowing how to drive a race car.
Whoa.
A wall.
Yeah, what? If you're a wall enthusiast,
Like, you're gonna love not knowing
You're not
how to drive a
crashing
race
into a
car.
wall.
You're not talking Morgan Wallen. You're talking a literal slam the car into the wall. Yes.
Why is he still around?
Yeah,
I canceled him 4 times.
yeah, he's running out of strikes.
The Morgan Wallen thing.
Yeah.
yeah. You know what they say?
Like
7
every other
strikes
week.
and you're out.
Oh, no, it's 7. Not
So
that I
there.
care either way, but it was like, seriously, you get canceled, he keeps coming back. Like he's just like thing you can't get rid of. He's
I
like
think they
herpes.
called
or
it
Like the
something.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, that too. Yes,
He's like the herpes of country music.
that's even better.
Okay.
As a
Write your own joke. at home, kids.
They're just here for about 5 to 10 years, and they'll go away, be obscure again.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
right,
yeah.
You're right. Cool.
Hey, Dave.
Thank you for
Hey,
that.
All right, I
before we
got
get
it.
to the last question,
Yeah,
can we acknowledge the fact that Brady's voice sounds fucking sexy?
thank you.
I don't know.
that.
I don't know if it was like after the surgery or something, but he got deeper, or maybe
He has more energy now.
it's he's like down here, like I'm a man, baby.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know
it
what
sounds
happened
like.
either.
Yeah.
Well, I
He had a child.
I had a
He
child.
had a child, he
I
had a
had
heart
puberty
attack,
for the first time.
puberty, balls dropped. So like he's got it
Very
all
exciting.
going now. This is the man.
Was that the order?
I don't know for sure. I don't know. Don't ask me, but
That seems like a
the past
problem.
5 months have been great to this guy.
It's
So,
been
Oh,
very.
I don't.
What
The
an
whole
approach.
episode was about him being in the hospital. I don't know if they've been that great.
I mean, to be fair, they've all been aesthetics. So what are you
we've
gonna do?
rebuilt him. We have the technologies of
Fentanyl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fentanyl.
Still
He had a
acknowledge
drug
I
button.
understand why it's a
It was
problem.
good.
Makes
Steve
sense.
Austin.
All right. So my last question is, I suppose it's supposed two-pronged if you want it to be.
I want it to be.
I'll let
don't
it be.
know.
So
I'll
can we
do
do
one.
two last questions because they're both like, oh, you should.
Oh, they're separate questions.
They are separate.
It's not even a
questions,
two-pronged
the
question. You just have
first-
two questions.
the
We're not going to answer
Ever.
either one of them.
but- Exactly. Yeah, that sounds good.
So
I
one
mean,
would be
to
the
be fair, if you-
penultimate one.
To be fair, if you want to
Yeah,
answer
okay.
them, go on ahead. The first one I'll throw out there, and if you've got it, you go on ahead.
Okay.
Who's the last person you want to say goodbye to?
Nope.
Yeah. And then the other one is, what's the most you've ever asked of someone else?
Well, welcome to Side B. So we've been talking about Brady's medical exploits, and during part of it, he mentioned how his heart is actually plastic, or not plastic, hydrocarbon. And you said it's actually basically like a race car.
Yeah.
So the question is,
Oh,
if
no.
you could be a car, what car is closely associated with your personality?
I thought you were
We're
going to
going to do a Nissan
tree.
clip? He's going to do Nissan.
No, I'm not doing the Nissan X. Yeah,
See
no.
the previous
No, we're not
episode for
doing
that
it. No,
bit.
we're not doing that.
I thought you were going to say, what other palindrome would you be?
Oh, that's a good one, actually. Race
Yeah.
car's a
You
good one.
can't be
Yeah.
a race car. What would you be?
I would just be Bob.
Yeah. Wow.
How's that work?
Oh, so many pounds.
Anyway,
Tylenol, not bad.
I would probably be like a Volkswagen microbus. That's what they used to call them. They're actually coming back now. It's like the
Yeah,
Oh,
those
those
new
new
ones
ones
again
are
kind of thing.
electric too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're electric now. They
Yeah.
actually look very cool. So I'd be probably more like
They look pretty slick.
Just so many more questions.
fire away, man.
No, I don't think you want it out there.
I don't mind. I've got some things to hide. Yeah.
I mean, right now,
That's side C.
I'm not gonna lie. Right now, my 2013 Honda Civic, I have beat the ever living hell out of, and it still keeps going. I love Sergio, the car I drive now. A 2013.
Wait.
Honda Civic.
Back with Sergio.
Yeah, it's Sergio. That's what I've named.
Is it like a Fiat or something, or
no,
what?
no, 2013 Honda Civic.
Oh no, Sergio's the name of the car.
Yes,
Okay,
it is.
yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, yep. And it's had 2 surgeries. It's ran into things on the interstate that flew off the semis, and it still keeps going.
Am I the only one that sees the correlation here?
No, I think
That's exactly it. Like it takes a beating and it keeps going. And that's my car, 2013 Honda Civic.
I'm going to go with the 2002 Lexus.
Oh,
Uh-oh. That's
it was a
pointed.
2001, and it hurt.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh,
I
how
read
about
that.
that?
was just an inside shot
Hmm.
at someone because I totaled a car and the joke wasn't on me somehow.
Wait, are we trying to total our hearts or let them keep going? I'm
Oh, it's
confused.
total
now.
I've been
Total
asking
Total
myself since
Hearts
college,
sounds like a
brother.
great
It's like total eclipse of the heart.
Yeah.
Almost.
Nice. I'm going to go with,
Turn
okay,
around.
recent news aside. Please put recent news aside. I think a Cybertruck is exactly perfect for my personality. Something that's supposed to look nice but kind of looks ugly.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be full of all this high tech stuff that just keeps failing all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's my answer.
Yeah, it looks like the clay version of what they designed the car look like.
It looks
they
like-
stopped putting contours in it.
It looks like a child
just keep it
wrote
hard.
it. It looks like a child designed a car.
Well, it looks like when they were first sketching out Tron, the very first one. Yeah, like everything's kind of like hard
Exactly.
angles.
They,
Yeah, it's
they
the truck
tried.
bike with the
They
estimated
tried
truck.
really hard to make it look cool and futuristic,
Yeah.
as I do myself, and it just missed the mark as I do myself. And I think that's just beautiful.
See, whenever I
For me.
see a Cybertruck, anytime I see someone step out of it, the first thing is like, I know if I talk to them, they're going to tell me about their workout routine. I know that's exactly what's going to happen.
Bring out CrossFit right
That's
away.
Exactly it. Like that is like it's a good healthy thing. I agree, but it is a symbol that says I'm not going to talk to you.
The first words out of
And
the
I'm nailing it.
I just wondered the first word is bro. Bro.
Like, you're 60. Stop, please.
Wow.
Sorry. All right.
I said there's so many recent news
Are you
headlines.
guys okay?
Yeah.
Sounds like you're fighting.
I think we're getting closer, actually, in a weird way.
The anger brings them together. Always good. I have a Cybertruck guy that lives in my neighborhood, so I see him all the time.
And
That's it.
Oh,
They're
same
I just want to
philosophy.
say,
I'm in
I
there.
see a guy. He drives around my neighborhood. I see him all the time. I have nothing to say good or bad about him.
You don't meet him at the convenience store and talk to him for a half hour.
I don't. I would love
See
to
the last
though.
episode.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, Brady, you missed the whole thing. You would have jumped all over.
Oh, dude.
You would have been all
yeah.
over it.
Talked to a guy for 20 minutes at the gas station because we had the same car.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it?
There was much more detail.
There's a lot to it. That's the quick version. Go to the last episode and watch
Just a half hour. It was a half hour thing.
Yeah. It was the first question of last episode, and it took me 25 minutes to get through the whole thing. I was like, hey, what do you guys think?
There was soft music and doves.
Yeah. By the way, that's a new name for the podcast as well. What do you guys think?
What do you guys think? After my diatribe.
So what car would it be besides
Beautiful
the
work.
Nissan?
Can we not go on without diatribe being thrown out and not?
Look at that.
Yeah.
That was
All right.
phenomenal.
That was
Look at me throwing out words.
Good vocabulary.
Yeah.
I had
It's like the Cybertruck of words.
my calendar was on point today. My word of the day calendar. Fucking showed up.
Oh, hey.
That was phenomenal.
Shout out word of the day calendar.
Shout out word of the day calendars. Like,
I
where
just
would we be
swiped
without
past
them?
it. I just swiped past it. I'm not going to say that word.
I'm never going to use that.
Another,
today.
another stupid word. Why do I want the tribes to die?
Oh, God. Oh, that's two, man. That's two. This episode.
We're pushing it. Car. What car would I be? That's
a
the
good
question.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good question.
That's the question.
That's a great question.
Oh man, that's a great question.
By the way, Cam did also remember the question, and I did not. So kudos.
Hey, look out. Yeah.
His first one was last week.
Also,
His first
Son of a
non-remember.
God, this question on side A. He didn't remember the answer to it.
So many.
I don't know. Maybe I'd be a monster truck.
A good answer.
Just
Oh,
for
see
S
that.
and G's, just to bounce and pummel and do over all kinds of stuff.
The dude.
Yeah.
Always land on your feet or wheels.
Ish.
Eventually.
And
Yeah.
immediately know whenever you're walking down the
But I would
plane
be,
aisle.
it would be an unnamed monster truck. I'm not gonna be like
Yes.
Gravedigger, one of the big ones. I'd be like
Oh, I know.
just general purpose.
I'm
monster
gonna
truck.
fix my question. I'm kind of coming up later.
Because it feels like a monster truck, if I may, is I'm sitting in a plane.
You may.
There's 3 seats. I'm on the edge. There's one person in the middle. And your monster truck name is, oh, fuck, because I know you're sitting in the middle.
That's the one name. That's the whole.
Oh, absolutely.
Is that our first F-bomb of the episode?
No, I've said fuck 4 times.
Oh.
At least.
Okay. Disregard. Sorry.
No.
Oh, throw a shit in there now. Damn it.
Oof.
Damn it. All right. Let's get on this track and start cussing my ass off.
That's my bad. That's my bad.
ass. Okay, all right, guys. I gotta stop. Next
So that was my question.
Next question.
Aortic.
Well, we got Stumer's answer. Yeah. What do you
No.
got?
Use the beat up old Honda.
Beat up old Honda.
Civic.
Sergio,
What do
yeah,
you
I was the Volkswagen microbus.
I just need to pay attention.
It's all
And
about, it's all about Cybertruck.
I can only drive my monster truck on Sunday.
It's all
Ah,
bad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Big Daddy Don Garlitz.
Oh, jumps and fires, and there's also a dinosaur now.
Yeah. I have it.
Robotic. Like, what the hell are they doing over
You
there?
guys should
Awesome
both
things.
pursue that as your next career.
Sunday. Yeah, for sure.
My question is not related.
Get it.
And kind of related.
Here's a totally unrelated question.
Yeah. If you were like a complete nepo baby, right? Like your parents are rich beyond belief, you don't have to work, you have generational wealth. What do you think you'd do with your time?
Shit.
Well,
Man,
some of it maybe. I don't know.
I would live the cat's life.
The castle.
I'll
Yeah.
take the,
What does the
You just
cat
hang
do?
out.
Not a goddamn thing. That's what I would do.
All right.
It would get
Next
really
question.
boring and it would get really boring and really horrible.
That's
and
what
I'm
you
sure
get
I
so
would probably
bored.
die pretty quick. But that'd be a fun time. Like, hey,
Die
I don't-
laughing,
I
yeah.
don't have to do shit.
Die
I won't do
smiling.
shit. That's fine.
You know, I think I'd take the Anthony Bourdain route and just go travel everywhere, eating all the food, new experiences
that route.
everywhere.
Good call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Not the other one, not the
I
New
was
York
like, shit,
apartment
which
one.
route?
Yeah, the go out, explore,
It's
be
all
with
one.
people that live in their places, and experience life as they do for a certain amount of time, then head back. Like that seems amazing to me. Is going to just meeting new people of different cultures and just
That's a
having
way
good
better
time.
answer.
I mean, yes and no. Like, I know why there's an end. He's like my favorite guy of all time. So like, what are you gonna do?
Oh man,
Really?
I thought
Oh.
Cam was.
Oh, sorry. Like,
Dude,
He was
celebrity
complimented
figure.
your voice and everything.
Celebrity figure. My favorite celebrity figure.
Cam's
I'm
a
not
celebrity.
on the radio.
Not
Cam,
yet.
That's Cam
You're there,
freaking
though.
Broham.
Oh, Kim hasn't peaked yet.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay, that's
how about
cool.
that?
Yeah.
Is that a compliment?
So
or
there
an
you
insult?
go.
I still got a ways to go.
Absolutely.
So
All right.
congratulations.
Yeah. How do you take that? I don't even know how to take
like,
that.
That's awesome.
It's a good thing. Like, absolutely,
Yeah.
because the person that's peaked is all downhill, and you don't want someone that's all downhill.
I mean, peaks
Yeah.
can
Speed
level out.
Oh, Cam, you've plateaued. Is that better?
This is the best I'm gonna be for a while. For a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I rescind
The
mine.
upside
My
is there's no downside.
There's no end to this. This is it. This is what you have to look forward to.
bad. Oh man.
Jeez.
All right, Dad. Generational wealth
Yeah.
from when you were a baby.
So if I was answering it younger, it would be like I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do. The heck with it.
Yeah.
If I'm answering it now and just kind of being more socially dismayed, I think I would.
Wow.
I think I would run for
He
office.
didn't look at the calendar. Ooh.
Yeah.
Dismayed.
He pulled out
He
dismayed for
throws
you.
that one out.
Just like I would run for office. I would try to use all of my wealth to change the trajectory we seem to be on.
Yeah.
No, not after this podcast. I'm sorry. It's on the cards.
No,
Yeah,
it can be.
I think it's-
I haven't done anything to ruin my aspirations yet.
Yeah.
Not that I've released anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, he may
There's
add things
hint.
in an AI.
I
That
do have
will-
some
like
audio.
this.
Yeah, there's things I totally didn't say
Yeah.
that'll sound like my voice.
Agreed.
AI's
No.
crazy.
Are you going to say anything I've said on this podcast is anything worse than what you've heard in the public domain by any elected leader?
Man, I really wish it was.
Fair point.
I
That's a
really
very fair
wish
point.
it was.
So I would use whatever resources I had, considerable or otherwise, to try to make a difference, to change the path we're on, whether we can or not. And of course, a follow-up question is, how do you do that? I don't know. I mean, my first thought would be run for office because then you can try to make a difference that way. But I don't know if that's where the real power is.
Yeah.
You know, hence look at the people who are now consulting at the highest levels. They're not elected,
Mhm.
but they have a lot of money. So it's like, well, maybe that's where I would say, okay, I will start a company and then try to take over the world that way, and then consult whatever governments. And it wouldn't necessarily. I'm not necessarily talking about the U.S. You can consult other governments.
Yeah, it's the
And then-
highest
yeah.
bidder.
Well, or the people I think would have the most influence and who would
Mhm.
could then exert that influence on maybe the U.S. or others.
Yeah.
Where my loved ones would live.
Yeah. You can get behind that.
Theoretically.
I'm not gonna do shit, and I'm gonna make the world the best. I'm like, God,
No. Again, that's
Well-
me answering now.
If he
Yeah,
phrases that a
before.
different way, it's deeply trouble.
right.
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw money at the issues.
I'm just gonna lay on
To the people who matter,
But,
first of all.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to protect their own. Everybody wants to make sure their own are, and I don't
Yeah.
mean like set them up in nice cushy jobs. I mean just make sure they're not being killed
Yeah.
much.
much.
Yeah.
Ooh, we'll dive into
No,
that in a separate episode.
Yeah, very fun. And I really do enjoy the aspect of correct me if I'm not saying this right, but
Okay.
Rob, you're a person that has not raised the ceiling but raised the floor whenever it comes down to your idealistic of what you would like to do politically.
Am I the only one that sees those old shows where the walls are closing in slowly or the
Oh yeah, like in Star Wars,
Yeah.
and then the
Ah.
trash compactor.
My God,
Not
Dad
familiar
hasn't
with
seen Star
Yeah.
Wars.
No, to be fair, he
might
has.
be.
He's seen
Holy
the
hell.
Han Solo and bombed in kryptonite, or not
Oh, I did see that. It was in the
carbonite-
wall.
Carbonite, and is like, yeah, that's the
I've
wall.
seen like the first 15 minutes of the first
Of
one
each movie?
and then I fall. No, the first one.
The carbonite
Oh.
thing is much later.
I did see the highlights of that.
The highlights.
Yeah, it's like it's Harrison Ford, right?
Yeah,
he's like,
Yeah.
get in the
Yeah.
chamber. Like, okay, cool. And then
I did not know
that's
that part.
that's the highlights.
All right,
Yeah,
that
well, I
sound
saw the
Cam
part-
made was him acting out Han Solo's pose for all
Yeah.
the listeners who are not catching that sound just being randomly. Now he's just doing it.
it's fun new sound effects.
But yes, I think that's right.
If you're just listening to this, why don't you watch it on YouTube? Get it together, guys. It's way funnier.
Thanks for listening.
But I also
Why?
I also think the ceiling should be raised.
absolutely. You can't
Well,
raise the
especially
floor
when the
unless it
floor's
is.
coming up.
That's
too.
true.
Like,
That's
you know,
it's dismay. Yes.
Yeah.
going
again.
up levels.
Okay. Did you answer this already?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
did. I'd
You are
probably
so
be
good
one
at
of those
that.
people. I know. I'm sorry. I'd probably be one of those people who just like tried to endlessly produce some TV show or something. It wouldn't be
like
good.
it.
Like a
Love
like
Island
what's his name
continuously.
spelling?
What?
The guy
Mhm.
spelling. What's his name? Boring Spelling's dad. Aaron Spelling.
Sorry, it wasn't.
He continually makes TV shows about nothing
Yeah.
nobody gives a shit about, but he just keeps making TV shows.
Number
Okay,
210.
cool.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like a spelling bee.
Bad analogy.
Mine is tough because, like, as an
That would be a good show. Bad analogies.
Bad analogies.
I would rock that. I'd rock that.
That would be a great show.
It's just so awkward for a half hour every day.
I'd rock
You don't get it right. You explain it.
It's like, what kind of car would you be?
And why?
That would.
And why?
All right. Well, I'm having some reflective moments.
Next question.
No, I do that, but it would be horrible because I wouldn't have any actual life experience to build on off of.
I think that built the best TV.
Would you
though.
act in your own TV show? Then?
No, as someone who commented on a Facebook post of our little crew here, I have a face for radio.
That's
Oh, you didn't see that?
that's not true.
I think he posted a picture of all of us at like season 1, and he's like, "Besides yourself, bunch of faces for radio." On there. And I haven't stopped thinking about it, which is why I would not be good on a TV
For
show.
the past 6 years, that's all he's thought about.
I didn't mean that.
Weird burners, man. All right.
You're a very handsome man.
That was before
You
we
remind me of a Cybertruck.
Oh,
It's so well chiseled.
Oh, nice.
Chiseled, yeah.
keep playing with my
Real
emotions.
strong jawline.
Yeah, stop. Keep going. All right, what's your last question you had?
You want me to ask another? Okay, I have one.
Yeah, last one.
You were actually talking. We had the whole philosophy of slowing down and being more reflective. Do you always have to have a goal in life?
Oh,
Not
You
really.
have to have.
Now you live in the cat's life.
Yeah, it depends on how much money you have, apparently.
No, I mean seriously. If you're just going through life, do you have to have a goal, or you can just say, I'm just going to get up and see what happens?
I've known plenty of
That's a
people
goal.
that have not.
That's not a goal. You just wake up and you say, it's not really the goal is to see what happens. It's just like I wake up and
Oh, you're just
and
without direction,
start right.
without anything.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
hungry. I'll eat. Well, I'm going to work. I have to go to work.
Yep.
It's not a goal. I have to. And so
Yeah.
it's like,
And then once work's done, then you just go off and do
Go, man.
whatever you want.
right?
You know,
You can do
I've known
whatever.
plenty of people that have lived that
Yeah.
way.
Is that okay? Is that fine?
For them? They don't aspire to more.
I'm kind
Which you can always
yeah.
aspire to more if
Right.
you want to, but if you're content and you're living, and you're paying your bills, you're doing your thing, who am I to say that's wrong?
Cam.
I'm Cam.
Yep.
I'm
Are we doing
envious.
the intro again?
Yeah. I'm envious of people who can live that way. It wouldn't work for me, I guess. Best way to put it. And that's
Yeah.
fine if they want to live that way. I just couldn't do it.
So let me ask a follow up then. How many goals do you set?
Oh, can I answer first before we?
So before we go into the follow up question,
Because I
just back to whether you need to have a goal.
yes,
Okay.
I think you need a goal, but in situations where it calls that it's just you are. I mean, if it's tough to say that your goal is surviving, if it's literally just live to the next day, I think just rolling with the punches is way easier than not. I think if you could just be like, if I fall, I mean, I'm following the others around us. My goal is literally just, I need to be alive tomorrow. Then, yeah, follow the people that are around you. The tough thing is, hopefully you're in the right place, because if you're
Right.
not, you're going to be really tough. But
Right.
that's,
You're with the lemmings. You're going off the cliff.
yeah, that's the only place where I can see if you don't have any form of, I have something I want to aspire to, a goal, or I just want to work on a trait of myself to be better. I don't see that working for us.
I don't know if anyone can truly live without a goal. Now I'm thinking about it more.
Right.
Like your goal is to like have fun, even if you don't have a goal. You're like, no, just have fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Seems like a
you
goal.
Get through that day of work so you can go have fun.
Yeah.
But there's
Seems like
people
a
who
goal.
don't want to have fun. They don't. That doesn't even doesn't even register on their radar.
It's their goal is
having
to
fun. They're just
stay
like,
alive.
yeah. I mean, and I guess that would be an unspoken goal,
Yeah,
like you were saying. just-
subconscious maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
but I
No
mean,
further,
like, I don't want
no
to.
further expansion from me.
Okay, so then my follow up
He
to the
rests his
question
case.
back to you is how many goals do you set? Are you constantly resetting goals, or do you say my goal this year is a big goal, and then I'm going to do a bunch of little goals to try to get to it? Or do I have like a big goal and a big goal and a big goal, and I just shooting off my howitzers at each one, trying to see if I'm going to get to it?
I have like 2 goals with a bunch of minor goals that come up. The minor
Yeah.
goals change a lot quicker and faster.
Are the minor goals ones that build to the larger goal?
Not always. No.
Not always.
Yeah.
They're
So I have
separate.
I have like 2 big goals that I want to accomplish,
Mhm.
and then everything else is like shorter goals, like
Mhm.
a day or a week
Like
or
learn a
an
card
hour.
trick or something.
Yeah, or it's like, hey, I need to get laundry done.
Yeah.
You know, that's a small goal. But then there's like, you know, this week I need to make sure I make time for friends. That's a different goal. Or, you know, I need to maintain
Mhm.
friend relationships. That's a longer goal, but it's still not one of the two big goals, I guess.
Yeah.
Which maybe it should be.
What a great goal to pick, by the way, because laundry is such a mundane aspect of life. It's nothing that
way
anyone
more
really wants to
important
do.
than keeping friendships.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was going to.
But naming that as
laundry's
a-
goal is huge.
yeah, naming that as a goal is enormous. And
Okay,
it generally
thanks.
is.
Stop. Keep going.
Because if you think it's a task or a burden, immediately it just makes you not want to do anything. And then one thing falls apart, collectively, more things fall apart. So I think it's a great idea to have that as a small goal and as something that does count.
Yeah, I mean, some people, and even my worst points, sometimes the goal is getting out of bed. Like that's huge. If you spend a
If you
couple
do it.
days on the down, and
Yeah.
you're just like lazing around doing one thing, like get out of bed and go walk.
Yeah.
That's a big goal. I don't know, but yeah,
I
for
agree.
me, it's I have two larger goals. My life is kind of revolving around, and then I have mini goals that I try
Yeah.
to accomplish along the way.
So there does need to be a goal. I'm in the same boat as you as well. I've got days where I don't want to get out of bed, but now that I've got a son, if I don't get out of bed, he doesn't stop crying. He doesn't have his milk. He doesn't get to go through the rest of his day. So having that responsibility pop up on me is a goal upon goals, I suppose. A lot smaller, but still necessary.
Well, that one builds towards your larger goal. Like you want your
Yeah.
son to live.
I
As my
want my
dad
son
puts
to
it, a
be-
better life than he did.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
want my
what
son to
all-
be a great man. I want him to have the background, everything that I wish I had certain things whenever I was growing up. I want him to have those things. So same old.
Okay. Do you have unrelated goals?
Oh, absolutely I do. Absolutely I do. I definitely have things that are unrelated. Like my physical fitness is a goal that's unrelated towards what I want to do career-wise. But I know,
Is it?
yeah, absolutely it is. Because absolutely it.
We're like an intervention panel.
Sucker,
Gotcha. Fell right into it.
Absolutely it isn't. Because you're right, as in I'm going to be able to, like, your brain's your most greedy organ, and if you put it in a body that can function at the highest it can, you don't have to worry about your physical fitness. You don't have to worry about all the health issues you go through if your body can process everything faster. So then you can do other goals easier. So you were right.
I wasn't right. I was just asking the question.
No, sorry. Rob is wrong.
I wasn't wrong. I was just asking the question.
It's made you think you were wrong.
I went through that
All
a
right.
lot growing up.
Welcome to any one of our dinners.
He didn't say you were right or wrong. He just made you think you were right and or wrong at the same time.
That's right.
What a great out he has. So nice. I'm sure if I used that with my wife, it would just
Not go well.
I'm
Be
not
sleeping
going
on
to
the
look at
couch.
Carrie. I'm just going
Yeah,
to stay over here. I
Yeah.
would
You're saying Sherry's
be
a
just
pushover?
fine. Oh, no.
Sherry's a pushover?
Nope, not even a little bit. I know you've changed from her for sure. I can guarantee you that.
She has
Because
a
I'm-
knife.
Oh,
My mom doesn't have a knife.
she does have a dagger on her face right now. She is throwing daggers immediately. I agree. Yeah, absolutely.
Can't refute that one.
Cam, you change your goals often?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
Okay.
I wish I had more. I wish I did, but like I don't have like super long term goals. That's always been an issue for me. So maybe I should set a goal to like make more long term goals.
There you
Yep.
But I'm very short term. My whole world is very short term. Like I think within the 6 month period is like my farthest ahead.
Yeah.
That I think. Obviously, if there was something else crazy going on, I'd probably think a little farther ahead. But for the most part, I'm just in that quick goals
Mhm.
with a outstanding short term goal.
Yeah.
Within a quarter or two.
And then that keeps refreshing.
Yeah, and that keeps
Mhm.
refreshing, and that's just I think that's mostly the nature of the business that I work in. Just because like the clients I work with are always changing. The dynamic of what I'm doing on a daily basis always changes. So like my goals change on a daily basis, whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm booked to do, or whatever my job consists of. I always think of it a job way.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like a home way or anything like that. So mostly, yeah, my job changes on a daily basis, which is why I love the gig, because it's so different. Like I could do this, do that, and have so many different things that it's not stagnant. So I keep going and keep doing things and keep trying to figure out how to do that better the next time that I have that opportunity. And it might be 2 months before I have that opportunity again. But just keeping that in mind of the next time that's going to pop up, that I can do that and do it better and do it again.
So why do you weather that storm then? Why do you keep putting yourself through? And putting yourself through is the wrong way to put it. Why do you feel motivated to keep doing that refresh?
I think I just work best that way.
Okay.
You know, like if I had a desk job that was the same thing every day, I would hate that.
Yeah. No offense taken.
No offense to you.
No.
That wasn't my intention. That wasn't my intention.
Mine's moving.
But you know, like if I had even though flipping burgers, if that was my gig all day long, just flipping burgers, I would hate that at some point.
Yeah.
That might be easy to do, for sure.
So
there's what's my next level up?
It's like keeps itching your brain to keep having those.
I gotta
new
challenge.
challenges
I gotta keep having something going on. That's why I play crossword puzzles on my phone. I do a lot of games on my phone that are itch my brain, not just like senseless stuff.
Yeah.
There's also senseless stuff in there because you gotta have a little break time. But yeah, for the most part, it's those short goals to a longer goal, and then that
keeps moving.
End zone or end line keeps moving ahead.
Yeah.
So I'm just chasing the white rabbit all the time, I guess.
So today's side,
Innuendos.
Yeah, we were talking about drugs earlier.
Okay.
Drug
Straight
reference
to it.
in there.
You know, one pill makes you smaller.
so I
I'm
think
taller.
if I may,
I'm late.
So today, side B stands for be present with where you are now, be in love with where you're going now, and be in love with who you are.
Well, that's the most serious side B I've
Wow.
ever had then.
I
No,
think so.
Oh.
you're right.
And be against the host and what he said.
Against fentanyl.
And that's side B.